So on this problem, this is number 10, question number 10. In section 4.1, the notes 4.1. First off, so they're saying there is a modified roulette wheel has 36 slots, a 0, a double 0, and then numbers 1 through 34. Okay, and so let me write that out. So there's 0, double 0, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, etc., all the way to 34. Okay. And they're asking us, you are placing a bet that the outcome is an even number. In roulette, 0 and double 0 are neither even nor odd. So what's the chances here? So remember, probability is always the number we want. You can see I have the answer there over the total number possible. So what is the number of even numbers? We want an even. So we want, we're betting on even. Yours might say odd. Mine says even. How many even numbers are there? Or odd numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. So we're not counting 0 and double 0, right? It said right here, they're neither even nor odd. So so it says, notice it's half of 34. So just, divide by 2, 17 numbers. So 17 numbers are even out of how many total numbers? Well, there's 1 through 34 plus the 2, which is 36 total. 36 total numbers, right? Because we have these 34 numbers plus the 0 and the double 0. So there's 36 total numbers. So that's how I got 17 out of 36. They just want a fraction there. The next question, what are the actual odds against winning? Okay, so how do you do odds? So remember, probability is want, or you could say 4 and over total. That's probability. Odds, so again, let me be clear here. So probability is 4 over total. Whereas odds are similar. Odds are 4. Then you put a colon and against. Well, wait. I'm not being very clear here. Let me come down here. Odds for something are 4 colon against, but in this particular question, they're saying odds against winning. So the odds against winning, you just flip it around. It's against colon 4. Those are the odds against winning. Okay, so again, and probability is 4 over total. So the 4, that's 17, right? I just grab right here. 4 is 17. That just goes right there. What is the against? Well, if there's 36 total, imagine if there's 36 people in a room and 17 of them are for some issue. If you subtract, the rest are against. Let's subtract here. It's going to be what, 19? Must be against. So 19 against. So that's the answer. 19 colon 17. So let me go over that one more time. So probability and odds are very similar. Probability is 4 over total. Odds is 4 against, or that's odds 4, but odds against, switch it around, is against 4. So instead of, there's not a total, it's just against colon 4. So if there's 17,4, that starts out right there. And then the against, you got to take away from the total to get the against. Then part C. Part C here. When you bet the outcome is an even number, the payoff odds are 1 to 1. How much profit do you make if you bet $20? Well, that's just going to be $20 because it's 1 to 1. That means for every dollar you bet, they're going to pay you $1. You bet $2, they're going to pay you 2. You bet $8, they're going to pay you 8. You bet $9, they're going to pay you 9. You bet $20, they're going to pay you 20. Okay. Now you might think, okay, well, that sounds fair. That sounds fair. Just $20, just same as bet. It's just the same as the bet. Okay. You might think, well, that's fair. Well, remember, the casinos are never fair. You'll see that in the casino video if you haven't already. They're never fair. Why not? Well, because remember, what's your chances? What's the probability you're going to win? Probability of winning. Remember part A? 17 out of 36, or whatever yours is, but it's less than half. 18 out of 36 would be half. It's less than half, right? Because you have the even numbers or the odd or whatever yours is, and then these are out. So you have less than a half chance of winning. So yeah, if you bet $20 and you win, they'll pay you 20. If you lose, they'll take your 20, and you have less than a half chance of winning. So that means less than half the time you'll win your $20. More than half the time you'll lose your $20. So that's how the game is still in their favor. Anyway, so now there is a way they could make it fair. They don't want to. The casinos are not going to do it because they're in the business to make money. But you come down here and says, how much profit should you make on a $20 bet if you could somehow convince the casino to change the payoff odds so that they are the same as the actual odds against winning? In other words, if you say, well, look, here's the odds against winning, the odds that I'm not going to win are 19 to 17, right? Because, there's 36 different numbers, as we saw here, 36 different numbers, and 17 of them are winning numbers, 19 of them are losing, right? Half these, all the odd numbers, 17, and then 18, 19. So there's 19 losing numbers, 17 winning numbers. So the odds against winning are 19 to 17. Well, therefore, if they really want to make it fair, they could make it fair by just paying you more money when you win than if you lose, then take from you if you lose. Because there's a bigger chance you're going to lose. So what would they have to do that for? Well, you just take that odds against, whatever your odds against are. Mine is 19 over 17, just make it a fraction right here. And multiply by the bet, the $20 bet. Odds against times the bet, right? Because they'd have to pay you 19.17. So there's more than one times your bet $20. So if you multiply that on your calculator, you'll get $22.35. See, they'd be paying you $19 for every $17 you bet. 19/17 of what you bet, because that'd make it fair, because that's the odds you're going to lose. So they got to pay you more when you win to make it equal out. Now they're not going to do that. They don't want to make it fair. 22.35, that's the answer. If they paid you 22.35 when you win and took your $20 when you lose, that would make the game completely fair, because you have a better chance of losing. 19 versus 17 is the odds against winning or losing. So there it is.